What it do, what it do, what it do, it is yours truly, say it with me, Mr. Taliaferro. What's up, y'all? It is Game 6 all across the board, except that Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics series. Thanks to a lethargic performance by Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics, they went home in 5 games, all right? But everywhere else, we got Game 6, and we had 2 matchups tonight. 2 teams looking to keep their season alive in a doubleheader we had on ESPN. The game we're about to get into right now, the Philadelphia 76ers at home looking to keep their season alive. They've came out back-to-back games and not looked their greatest. And then my next video will be the Portland Trail Blazers looking to do the same thing that Philly needs to do, keep their season alive at home, knowing that they will have to go on a roll for Game 7, but they just want to play basketball at this point. I'm going to be honest with you. It's a lot riding on Philadelphia right now. Jimmy Butler, Tobias Harris, free agents to be. Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid have not played the greatest thus far throughout this series. They've had moments. Joel Embiid had a great Game 3. Ben Simmons had one pretty good game in this series, in my opinion, but nothing consistent. And also Tobias Harris hasn't looked great. Can these 3 guys help out Jimmy Butler, who in my opinion has been the Philadelphia 76ers' most consistent player? And on the Raptors side, this is an interesting storyline to me as well. I wanted to see where their head was at. Would they come out ready to ball? Or would they think we got Game 7 on our home court, we'll just mail this one in and worry about Game 7? Let's get into the highlight, ladies and gentlemen. In Philadelphia, out the gate, Ben Simmons answered one of my questions. I would come out and say Ben Simmons was a great scorer. I could come out and say Ben Simmons was a great passer. But the term I'll use to describe Ben Simmons in Game 6 was he just was active everywhere on the basketball court. And with his energy came a lot of great things. Look at this pass from Tobias Harris to Ben Simmons, making plays throughout the first quarter. Philly's up 5 here. And Ben Simmons is going to fire Tobias Harris. He found him twice in the quarter for 3-pointers. More Simmons. Ooh, what a fake on Ibaka with the shot clock going down. He gets it to go. Philadelphia was really great at the end of the quarters. 1, 2, 3 in this game, as you see Joel Embiid drills a 3. And then JJ Redick with this nifty lay-in. Let's go over to Toronto's side. Can they make a game out of it? Yes, they could. Kawhi Leonard had 29 points. Didn't shoot the ball great. Wasn't bad, but wasn't his most efficient version of himself. But Toronto would make a run. They were down a lot early. Still here, Kawhi coast to coast with the jam. It's a 7-point game just like that. And more Toronto defense here. Looking for the steal. Wouldn't get it. And Jimmy Butler would make them pay. It's a 10-point game now. Jimmy Butler will really get it going in the second quarter for Philadelphia. Up top to Ben Simmons, who catches it and jams it home. Jimmy Butler was the guy. Every time Toronto made a run, he would cook up. His energy was crazy. And the second, as he gets his own rebound and goes and one, in a couple times in the second quarter, the crowd was literally screaming Jimmy Butler. And it was little spats like this. Look at this little possession from Jimmy Butler. He'll score with 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. He's not going to stop playing. No. Jimmy Butler's going to lock up on Kawhi, get the steal with 3, with 2 to end the half. Jimmy lays it in. The Sixers would go on runs of 16-6 to close the first, 9-2 to close the second, and 18-6 to close the third. But Toronto would come out in that third quarter playing their game, getting right back to it. Their last run, their one last to try to get back in this basketball game. They're down 16, but all of their guys came out firing. It's down to 13 after that Kyle Lowry 3. Kawhi Leonard right down Main Street, jamming it home. Passes Vince Carter for the most 20-point games in Toronto Raptors history, consecutive 20-point games. Danny Green's going to drill the 3. Down to 8. Just like that. Like I said, every time Toronto made a run, Philly had an answer. This time Embiid with the miss, Ben Simmons with the putback jam. Now Embiid's getting active his damn self with the and one with Marc Gasol right there. It doesn't matter. Joel Embiid had a decent basketball game, including that block defensively on Kawhi. What a big time rejection. That's why he's so important to what Philadelphia's trying to do. He wasn't done. Next time down, another big block on Kawhi Leonard. Joel Embiid's in the house. And Ben Simmons on the other end will lay it in. Philly wasn't done. Embiid's like, I done gave y'all defense. Let me get a bucket or two. He drills the three. Embiid finished with 17 points, 12 rebounds. Tobias Harris chipped in with 16 points and 9 rebounds. We got 25 points from Jimmy Butler. And Ben Simmons came alive. 9 for 13 from the field. 21 points, 8 rebounds, and 6 assists. I did mention Kawhi Leonard's stats. He had 29. Siakam had 21. Kyle Lowry had 13. Not a bad night by the Raptors. They just didn't have it throughout the game. And I'm going to just be honest with you. It was one of those nights where Philadelphia said, we might lose this series, but it will not be on our home court in Game 6. That Philadelphia 76ers team, they couldn't win a game like that last year. Obviously, you add Jimmy Butler and Tobias Harris. I'm going to be honest with you. If the Philadelphia 76ers didn't have Jimmy Butler, as Toronto made their run, they would have came back and probably won this game. But that's why you go out and acquire a guy like Jimmy Butler. I know he comes with baggage. I know he's like an R&B star on a basketball team. I get it. I know he got the hoop earrings in, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, he's a hooper. He hoops for a living. He's a hooper. He's one of them. He can get buckets anywhere. And tonight, he was just super active. Then he got help from Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Tobias chipped in, made some shots. JJ Redick, we saw him once in the highlight. He even had 11 points. Every starter for the Philadelphia 76ers was up in double digits. You really don't need a lot from your bench. Mike Scott gave them some good production. But honest to God truth, when all of those starters get it going, they're tough to beat. And they had it going against Toronto. I don't think Toronto laid an egg, but let's make it clear. The energy wasn't there at certain spots, and you could tell they knew we had a Game 7. And I'm going to be honest with you. They have every reason to believe Philly's not going to show up for a Game 7. They can't go in with that mentality, but I can understand how they could be like, yo, we'll just get this done in 7. Now, I will say this. Giannis and the Bucks will have a week off. With this going 7 games, Milwaukee, the next round won't start till Wednesday. So whatever team comes out of this, obviously Milwaukee will be at home. They're the #1 seed in the East no matter what. But not only will they be at home, they'll have a week of rest. Some teams like rest, some don't. I could imagine Malcolm Brogdon, who just returned in Game 5, wants to play ball as much as he can right now, but he'll have to wait at least a week as whatever team comes out of this. We're going to Game 7, and that will be on Sunday on Mother's Day. I am so excited. Let's go ahead and preview Game 7 while we're here. I'm going to be honest with you. My heart and mind feel comfortable about Toronto winning this. I think I had Toronto in 5 maybe. I still feel comfortable. I think they're the better team. I think they're the more consistent team. And if Joel Embiid was the complete version of himself, who knows? Maybe I would pick Philly, but he's not. I think the dude has a bad back and bad knees, and they're trying to mask it with flu-like symptoms or illnesses, stomach viruses and all that. I think his body is breaking down, and you don't know if he's going to have it night in, night out. Maybe he comes out and does have it in Game 7. I doubt it. With only a day and a half worth of rest, I doubt it. You just don't know what you're getting from him day in, day out. It makes it tough to predict this team and kind of project where you think they're going to be at, because you don't know what you're getting from Joel Embiid. If I get the active Joel Embiid that I had tonight and active Ben Simmons, who knows? But it takes so much to get that out of them sometimes. You just never know what you're getting out of those two young guys. All over the place mentally sometimes. I can't pick that team. I know what I'm getting from Jimmy Butler, aggression. I don't know what I'm getting from everybody else. Kawhi Leonard ain't losing no Game 7 on his home court, bro. That Raptors team is different. They got the claw. Kawhi Leonard right there mandating that team. He ain't going to let them lose. Pascal Siakam and company, they're going to win Game 7 on their home court and face Milwaukee. That's my prediction. You tell me in the comment box below who you got winning Game 7. What y'all think? I'm out. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now,
Mr.Taliaferro.
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 Mr. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the Triple B's. You can't do nothing but win.